Hey guys, it's Ben here from the Strength Factory, and I've been sat at this laptop for too long, and you know what, I bet you have too. I'm going to give you some anti-desk training and exercises to help undo that horrible posture, open you up and get you feeling good if you've been sitting down for too long. First of all then, well, what's the big deal? I mean, whether you're in the office, actual office, or working from home, sitting down for too long is just bad news. We're not moving, you're not doing anything. And what usually happens is over time, especially if you're in a laptop, you just start to like hunch over, your shoulders round, your back rounds forward, the chin goes forward, and we just end up in this horrible like tight position here where we've got loads of tension. It's bad news for doing anything athletic, and over the long term, you know, we're going to start getting issues with your neck and your posture and your back, and it's going to really affect your riding as well as, probably more importantly, broader parts of your life. So we need to get on top of it, okay? Both to look and feel good now, but as always with me, thinking about the future. So the first thing you can do is, as we all know, I mean, yes, we can get a standing desk and some things like that to help alleviate it and to burn a few more calories and to open you up. But the first thing really is to set some sort of alarm or reminder and to take some movement breaks, okay? And that is the most important thing. Get off this chair, get out of this environment if you can, and move. If you're in an office building, walk around, pretend to go to the loo. Apparently smokers seem to have as many breaks as they want, so pretend you smoke. Obviously don't do that. Walk yourself outside, walk back. If there's loads of stairs, go up and down a couple of flights of stairs, okay? But even better is get outside in daylight, okay? Actual proper daylight, not artificial light like I've got in here. Actual daylight, even on a cloudy day, and walk, okay? Just go for a walk. 5 minutes, honestly, you can spare that, okay? I'm sure you can. Just go for a walk and do it. And if you're working from home, no one's going to know anyway, okay? Get outside, walk around the block. That is number one. The second thing we can do then to just break up your day and to try and reverse the effects of all that sitting and like rounded posture is to go through a few basic exercises that literally take a few minutes. Chip away at them a few times throughout the day, and I guarantee it's going to make you feel better. And if your boss has got a problem with it, just tell him, it'll probably make you more productive or something like that. You guys know me, I like to keep things simple. So to start with, we're just going to reverse this. We're spending all this time doing this, so we're going to reverse it. Nice and simple, just like a stretch in the morning. We're just going to open up here. So I'm opening the posture. You may feel a stretch across here. If you're tight, you're kind of trying to squeeze the upper back together. And the key here is, if you are really tight and maybe a bit rounded, is that a lot of people are going to arch their back. We don't want to do that. So keep this flat and tight. Draw back. And straight away, we're just reversing that. In a similar vein, we can use then a wall, or you can also do it on the edge of a table or desk or workbench. I'm just going to put my hands on the wall and then drop my chest between them like this. Same thing applies there. If you are a bit tight here, then maybe a lot of people are going to drop through and arch their lower back. We don't want to do that. Keep your hips tucked underneath you, keep this tight, and then we're working that correct area overhead. And then you can also do this one single arm, and that feels really good as well, and just turn away from it. So drop down. Okay, it's really nice and simple. And if you think of nothing else, just think about, if I'm like this all the time, I just want to do anything to open instead. The next one we're going to do, you can do it either with a band or with like a broom handle, okay, like a stick basically. It can have the broom attached or even a mop, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use a band, so that's what I've got handy. Okay, and I'm going to have straight arms, about double shoulder width, and I'm going to take it over. Ooh, there we go. And I'm working it through. Now, the wider you go, the easier it is. So start nice and wide, work it through, and there may be a little resistance on the way through. It's called a shoulder dislocate. We don't want to dislocate anything, but a little resistance is fine. Any sharp pain, go wider or stop. Then as you get better, as your mobility improves, you can then work narrower, especially on the stick, and then you'll be able to go really quite narrow working over. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to use a little bit of kit. So I've just got a basic band here that you may well have, hopefully you do, and we're going to do some band pull aparts, okay? So chest level, arms straight, nice and controlled. And as I do that, I'm trying to pinch the shoulder blades together. So this one is more about working the upper back, okay, to open up that posture. This is a black band. The red one, which is thinner than this, is what most of you are going to want to start on. But if you've only got a heavier one, then just use half of it and it makes it a little easier. This isn't supposed to be like shaking hard, just keep it nice and smooth with a light band. If you don't have a band, you can improvise. Nice purple towel. Okay, and obviously you're not going to be able to stretch a towel, but what you can do, start narrow, pull the towel apart, okay, and we're just holding there. So even though I'm not opening, you're still working those muscles, trying to pinch the upper back together.